My name is Keith Lyle. I'm half Irish and half Jewish. So tonight I'm getting drunk and you're buying. Line them up, Robert. We're going. This is a nice crowd, boy. Good-looking crowd. I'm glad we're just able to be together out in a group, out in public. You know, because we take it for granted. It was a short time ago we were locked in our houses, right? Watching Tiger King, we were hoarding toilet paper. My neighbor's house got TP'd and our property value went up. And now the rates of COVID have gone down, the rates of STDs have gone up. So it's like a different jab with the same burning sensation. We got a nice mixture of ages here tonight, too, which is cool. Because, I grew up at the wrong time. If you grew up in the 60s, you got sex, drugs, and rock and roll. If you grew up in the 70s like Aaron, you got sex, drugs, and disco. I grew up in the 80s. We had Duran Duran, Just Say No, and herpes. I'm hungry like the wolf over here. Oh, man. I was on the Jewish porn site Groupon. Yeah. Groupon now, the way they drive traffic to their site is by selling weird stuff. You could go on there and get breast milk lollipops. I know, circumcisions, Korean adoptions. Yeah, but watch out if you get one of those Korean kids, because we got ours. It was a knockoff from China. And don't feel bad, we kept him. He's out there dealing Pai-Gow poker right now. On your way out, say hi to Shin and Pit 2 and tell him Daddy loves him. And we just got done with the holiday season, and people are like, oh my God, you celebrate Hanukkah, that's awesome, you get 8 gifts. But you gotta realize that the people giving you these gifts are Jews. You call this store Dollar Tree, to us it's like Hanukkah bush. This is my favorite part of Vegas, is downtown. I've been here 30 years. My wife grew up here. I took her to this restaurant on Fremont Street, Heart Attack Grill. Yeah. We actually saw a guy having a heart attack there. I looked at her and said, hey, how about tomorrow night we go to BJ's Pizzeria? Catch some dessert at the Pussycat Cafe? He knows what I'm talking about. Been there too, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we just celebrated 17 years married, and oh, thank you. Yeah, I bet the under, so I had to rip up the ticket. Yeah, we try to do. That's the thing, when you talk to people who've been married a long time, they always say you got to do date nights, and one of the suggestions was a couples massage. And I know my wife, and everything would be fine and relaxing, but she would definitely kill me when the happy ending comes, that's for sure. And then someone else said, oh, you guys should try axe throwing. And I'm like, really? Give her the murder weapon? Oh, I know how this is going to go with the cops. It was just an accident. I was sorry. After the couples massage, that's her happy ending right there. So for the anniversary, I tried to do the thing where you give the gift that goes with each year you've been married. And it's easy in the beginning because the first year is paper, right? Yeah. So I gave her cash. Right? Yeah. I left it on the dresser like the night we met. It was her 4th proposal that night. It was, and I tipped her. I'm not that Jewish. This year's 17, which is wax. So I'm like, hey, let's take a trip to Brazil for a change. She said you first, so that got shot down. And so she said, you know what, Keith, just go out and buy me something I wouldn't buy for myself. So I got her an Xbox. Now, I don't know which one of you ladies invented the silent treatment. But thank you. Right, guys? That's some punishment. punishment. Oh, can you start it closer to kickoff? Yeah, my parents, February 4th would be 55 years. They've been married, 55 years. And if you ask my mom, she'll tell you, our secret is we never go to sleep mad at each other. They've been awake since 1982. They stare at each other like little tweakers in the alley waiting for you to throw out your cigarette butt. It's insane. If you ask my dad how you've been together so long, he'll just look at you and say, spite. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents. They've made me what I am today. A mental patient. Serious. I've seen my parents having sex. I'll never go to that website again. And my dad used to spank me when I was a kid, but that's what they did in those days. You know, it's fine. I don't mind that. I don't like the lie he'd tell me right before he'd do it. He'd say, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Right? Total bullshit, because it's been 35 years and one of us is fine and the other one is on stage bitching about it. Now he's all senile, doesn't remember anything right. He said, you told me when you got older you'd buy me a house. No, Dad, I said, when you get old, I'm putting you in a home. He's 78 years old, still working 40 hours a week. He won't stop. And I'm like, Dad, why can't you just retire already? And he said, well, when your mother and I first got married, we made a couple of bad financial decisions we were never able to get over. I said, really, Dad? What was that? He said, you and your brother. A couple of weeks ago, my dad came to the show, saw my act for the first time, and after the show, he came up to me and said, I don't like when you tell those jokes about me. And I said, Dad, telling those jokes hurt me a lot more than it hurts you. It's funny, you heard in my intro, you've seen him in the Hangover, and now that I've been up here for a few minutes, I know you're kind of thinking like, what are you, like, the baby all grown up? What happened? You never grew any hair. What is that? Show business. Whew. I was in The Good Hangover, the first one, and right? And I was at the scene toward the end when they're in the casino counting cards playing blackjack. If you remember that, the Rain Man scene, they come down the escalator, right? In that scene, there's a handsome blackjack dealer with a giant forehead, some sprayed-in hair, and 4 lines. That was me. Thank you. Change only, 10,000. That's my big line. I get a residual check 4 times a year, and I spend it at that bar right over there. I got to go to the premiere and walk the red carpet, and all the paparazzi were there yelling at me, "Who are you wearing?" And I was like, "Fruit of the Loom!" Oh shit, Ross dress for less. And the way I got that gig in The Hangover is because at the time I was a dealer in a casino, and I did that for almost 25 years. I had to quit a couple years ago because these corporations came in and ruined everything. Like, they made us take ethics classes. We're dealers in a casino. We get people wasted, we separate them from their money. Who's gonna teach these ethics classes? Britney Spears' dad? I mean, you know, you try to take, I took my wife to a staycation, there's a date night for you. You get there, check in, $40 a night resort fee. Well, what do I get for this $40? They said, well, you get 3-ply toilet paper, but you gotta fold it over twice. It's regular toilet paper, right? I'm not crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, for $40, I'd rather use $1 bills. So I said to the guy, hey, why don't you get your manager out here? I'm gonna make it rain, and he's in for a real shitstorm. What do you think of that? There's your resort fee. How about that? I'll fold it over twice. How's that? Well, I mean, like, revenue streams, that's all they're about. Like, the nightclubs here. Oh my God. Brutal. Like, the music in there's terrible, and most of the people in the club kind of remind me of the music. Douche, 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 douche. Holy shit. The guys in the club, they're all wearing those skinny jeans. Oh. I had a pair, I call them motel pants because there's no ballroom. Maybe I'm old school, but no guy should be out in public showing his camel toe. getting an elephant ear just thinking about it. Go free, go free. I know you guys are here for CES this weekend. My favorite cousin from Chicago is in town. He's a drag queen. And he participates in drag queen beauty pageants called drag balls. Thank you for getting that, because it's totally ironic. You drag balls, you're losing the pageant. And if you want to Google him, he goes by the name Tess Tickles. Let's see, get to pick, like you pick your own name, which is a perfect name for a drag queen, but the pageant, like you got to do better than that. Like I like things that are named right. Like I got a lawyer. His name is Rob. Describes what he does. That's pretty good, right? Or like hurricanes. You can't send a hurricane named Sandy into New York or Jersey because the people there are like, Hurricane Sandy? I get you, Hurricane Sandy. Ready! And those are the women. Of course, the reason why they name the hurricanes after women is because when they come, they're wild and wet. When they go, they take your car and house. So I was watching this movie the other night that I think they need to remake and update. Indecent Proposal, right? If you've never seen it or don't remember, the premise of the movie is, would you let your woman get sex from a rich guy for $1 million? Right? And I see a lot of guys nodding their head and saying, yeah. And believe me, when it came out, we said the same thing. But let's remake the movie, and this time, let's make the rich guy gay. Because now the conversation gets interesting. Ladies, by round of applause, how many of you would allow your man to get sex from a rich guy for $1 million? This is a lucky fella right here? Because if so, sir, you're sitting on a fortune. I think I know what your biggest asset is. Listen, if you drink too much tonight, wake up sore tomorrow and don't know why, check her bank account. It's not because you met Bill Cosby at the comedy show. That's all I'm saying. It's going back on tour. I didn't do it. All right, fair enough. Men, how many of you would take the money? Oh, come on. Listen, a couple of honest guys. Maybe you've done it before, but your lifestyle choice, God bless you. But I'll be honest, for $500,000, I'll be your boyfriend for the weekend. You throw $1 million at me, I'm sniffing your taint, giving you a reach around. I don't care. I'm not easy, I'm cheap. I'll negotiate. I'll give you a handy for a tank of gas. I drive a Prius. $1 million, I don't have to work anymore. I'd be at home, sitting on my ass. Maybe not for the first couple days. Yeah, if you said no, guys, you're either lying or you have that kind of money. In which case, I'm available. All right, that's my time. I'm Keith Lyle. Don't gamble away the failed money.